Hello, hello, good evening. Thank you for the pat. And it's actually working! Pat's full of meaning. Also, thank you so much for the resub. 49 months. That is close to 50. That is a big number. Number go up. Number grab make me go happy. No. Good evening. Welcome in. Let me turn on the sound here real quick. Welcome to a game that promises a very cozy atmosphere. Clearly very cozy. That is also why we have a content warning right there. Pinned. Should be pinned. These are the content warnings you get on the actual page. There's also content warnings that go into a little more depth, but those contain spoilers, so, you know, I want to go into this one as unspoiled as I possibly can, so that's what we have here. I know this is the game that was originally planned for Tuesday because I managed to mess up Tuesday. We're doing this one right now, and we probably won't be able to finish it because I'm also starting late, but you know, better late than never, right? It has been 4 years, that's crazy. Well, so welcome back home, room. I hope you had a good drive home finally. Quick thingy. This game is, I'm playing this game through itch.io because I own it, because it was included in the Palestinian release bundle almost a year ago. But this game is also available for purchase on Steam, and I can't find it anymore. It's also apparently available somewhere else. Game Jolt. I do not know what Game Jolt is, but it's also available on Game Jolt. It's supposed to snow rolling in Friday? What the hell? Like, we had a little bit of snow last week. We had a little bit of more like snowy rain yesterday. It was unfortunate because it was like during the night, so everything was really frozen, very badly frozen. So I was just like, oh man, I sure cannot wait to get into my car and drive to work. Haha. Game chose web categorize the games. Oh man. But yeah, frozen over ground is always a fun time. Let me read you the intro and the about section of this game, actually. I literally just used the first sentence from the intro for my going live message because I was like, oh my god, I need to put something in there. What the hell will I write? In a world filled with insanity, the Haven is a sanctuary. I'm fortunate to be born and raised here. This is a privilege few have. I'm happy that I have it. In the About section, in the middle of a lake on an isolated island lies the Haven. Made up of several young women and their sole elderly leader, the Haven is a community that shelters those who are pure of heart and mind. In order to protect the Haven from the corruption outside of the island, the community hosts apologia assemblies, mandatory gatherings where misdeeds are discussed and given appropriate punishments. One member, Magda, has complicated feelings about the Haven. She loves living there, but hates its punishments. And so after one particularly stressful assembly, Magda wanders to the nearby woods to clear her mind. Then she discovers a mysterious building, and her curiosity stirs. This is a kinetic visual novel, so there will be no choices. It is a singular path story. It's also apparently somewhere between 3 and 4 hours, and considering that I'm gonna be reading everything out myself, and I started late today, we will not be able to get through it in one go tonight, probably, but that is okay. That is fine. But yeah, I thought to myself, I should play some more of my visual novels that I have on itch.io, and I didn't see that it's also available on Steam. I was like, I should play those that, you know, might get overlooked a little more because they're simply not as accessible. No, I mean, no, that's not true. itch.io is very accessible. It's just, I feel like games get less exposure if they're only on itch.io. Assuming you're not already into the general, like, space. It's like, oh, if you're generally into visual novels of some kind, you might stumble upon this game. But if you're not, maybe not so much. This game is made by Mado. Artwork, UI design, code, and writing by Mado. Soundtrack by a few names I literally cannot read. So it seems to be mostly one-person work, so good job. Let me check if there's any other games by this person that I know of, because no, I genuinely don't. So that's gonna be interesting. Can we get through this in 3 to 4 hours wrapping the video play speed? Yeah. It's funny you would say that, because I'm currently trying to make it through my current audiobook before I have to give it back. I have 17 days left on my lending period. And I have like 10 and something hours left in the book, so I'm trying. Being able to... Yeah, I know. I'm still so mad because I have Sweetest Monster on Steam, which is funny because I literally cannot open the store page anymore because of, you know, Germany and Steam. German-specific Steam problems. So I own the game on Steam, which is fine. They're not taking it away from me, but I can't even open the store page. And the second one being only available in itch, I still haven't gotten around to playing it. One day. But yeah, let's strap in. I can move my mouse and then the main screen does all this, which is really cool. I put the text speed to the fastest it will go. It's not looking good, frankly. I'm gonna have to read all of this myself, and I'm already fucking up my sentences again, which is fine. I am very cozy. I have here some chocolate milk, not warm, but cold, fresh from the refrigerator chocolate milk. So let's read some probably slightly religious trauma related stuff. Can someone from a different country give people in Germany games without ratings to see? I don't know, actually. I have been able to use Steam keys for games that I can't access on the Steam store myself. Like because I got a game on itch that also came with a Steam code, and I cannot access the Steam page for it, but I could activate the game key. So I'm assuming maybe, but I couldn't tell you. I mean, why would Valve care, frankly? I think... Why would they care? But yeah. Let's... Oh my god. Please, may I close the lid again? Oh no. Let's get into it. I hope I'm not gonna cover anything. Or anything too much. Whoa, hello! I would like to put the cursor somewhere where it's not in the way. There we go. Well, don't tell me that. Tell Valve that, or anyone in charge who might care. What do you think of my thumbnails, I mean? Hand it over to me and I'll take a look. Your thumbnails? Oh, wait, okay, yeah. I was like, wait, your thumbnails? What? Well, I think this composition is pretty strong. You've come a long way in just under a year, Magda. Really? Mm-hmm. No. Oh, okay, that's what I get for having text at the highest speed, huh? The time and effort you could turn this into a gorgeous piece. Please. I just want to go one by one. Thank you. That's my favorite of the bunch too. I was looking through some references in the studio and I found a pattern known as a Tree of Life. I thought it would be appropriate, since the Haven is a sanctuary. I can definitely see that. Excellent choice of theme, Magda. Excellent. One question, though. Yes? You may want to spread out where you put the birds. If you do that, then a composition will guide your eyes all across the tree. And then you will accidentally skip text boxes. Rather than to specific sections of it. I guess that makes sense. So are you ready to start working on your first solo piece? No! Apparently not. What, am I not allowed to see that? I'd be more than happy to. I see. Okay, that's what I get for putting it at instant. Okay, you know what? We'll just slow down the text speed slightly then. It's like, oh, she's not allowed to finish that sentence, but if you put it to instant, then okay. Maria? Magda, it's assembly time. That doesn't sound... Ah, right. Assembly time. Yeah. Okay. Where are we gonna be assembling? My name's Magda. Just Magda. I'm a girl. I'm 19 years old. I live in the Haven. It's a place on an island in the middle of a giant lake. Beyond the lake lie dangerous lands. There, people are corrupt. Kill, steal, plunder. They lust and poison life for the pettiest of reasons. In other words, they're insane. Alright. But the Haven is different. Our leader, Lady Amara, says that those who live here are pure of heart and mind. I'm very lucky. Instead of growing up in a decaying, violent world, I spend my days surrounded by beautiful forests and good people. There's just one catch. We need to stay pure. If we don't, well, that's what the apology assemblies are for. Why am I having so much trouble saying this? Bad faith. Alright. Original novel by Mado. The bell rings. An assembly is about to begin. Everyone is expected to come. It's a Haven-wide event, after all. This is a vampire title, yes. Yes. It also has, wait, hold on. For accessibility, specifically, there's also different settings. There's, both font-wise, there's a dyslexia font. There's also a thing that you can turn on where it will read out all of the text. Also, you can turn off screen shakes, the usual jazz. So that's the thing I really like about stuff that when it's made in Vampire, you pretty much get easy access to accessibility options that I wish like more big games would also implement. Yeah, hold on, I can show you actually. It's Open Dyslexic, which is this one. This font here. It's captions, which is nice. Screen sharing, self-voicing. We don't need self-voicing because I'm gonna be voicing, but yeah, I do love me a good dyslexia font. Not that I suffer from dyslexia. Wait, you don't say that. You don't say suffering from some. How do you say this properly in English? You know what I mean, though. I'm sorry. That's not. You don't say suffer from. But it's nice to have, definitely, because a good font makes for a better reading experience. So. And so me, Maria, and the other members of the art sec make our way to the assembly building. Usually assemblies don't bother Maria, but today she looks really, really uncomfortable. Not because the assembly is about her, though. Maria's a sect head. She fosters a special level of trust with Lady Amaris and receives privileges for her loyalty. No, Maria dreads this assembly because this assembly will be about her best friend, Jael. Jael. Everyone knew that Jael would get into trouble sooner or later. Apparently, she shirked her duty as a member of the research sect. Instead of determining whether foreign books, movies, and art were safe for the Haven to see, Jael's curiosity betrayed her somehow. I don't know much else. I'm not dyslexic. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. That would have been the easiest way. But since she's the center of today's assembly, she must have done something pretty terrible. Okay, you know what? Slightly slower then. So I stop accidentally. Why is it options text? There we go. Eventually, me and the rest of the art sect reach the assembly building. It's a tall, imposing structure and one of the oldest buildings in the Haven. I'm not dyslexic. No, I'm just pretty much blind. But hopefully, actually, now that my eyes have gotten even worse, the small things in life at least mean I can get some support in getting new glasses. Assuming I can find a fucking doctor that will actually see me sometime soonish so I can get that done. Yay! Imagine having to pay to see. It sticks out like a jagged nail from the surrounding reeds. To be frank, I've grown to hate it. But to the Haven's members, assemblies are like swallowing cod liver oil. They're uncomfortable in the moment, but good for our minds overall. The entrance is crowded with girls from other sects. Like ants to an ant hill, we all march in single file. I do not want my eyes to be that bad. Not that I really have any way of stopping them if they do decide to, but are you aware how little you have to be able to see to get disability benefits? Like, because honestly, then I'm glad how much I can see. I can still get help with just glasses. Once I get inside, I find a pew at the very back of the room to sit in. I don't really want front row seats for this. It's best for me to stay as quiet and hidden as possible. Looking around the hall, I spot Maria in a row adjacent to mine. Seems like she had the same idea. I hope she get out of this okay. I don't know why I make her sound so young, considering that apparently she's 19, but for some reason in my mind I'm seeing a very small girl. The cyborg eyes will be on the market? Maybe. If I had the chance, I would get some kind of eye implants where I can change the eye colors as much as I want and have glitter particles in there or whatever. Suddenly the speakers crackle overhead, street taps. Then a familiar cold voice comes through. Everyone, please settle down. The apology assembly is about to begin. Your hair is fun. The room goes quiet. Everyone turns towards the voice the source, a chubby, bespectacled young woman. Without a discernible expression, she stands on a stage in the back of the room. The head of the research sect, Eve. Ugh. She's leading this assembly, Giles definitely going to have a rough time. Cyborg guys with integrity. Oh no. Behind her stands Lady Amaris and a certain member of the writing sect. Body suddenly breaks out into a cold sweat. I look away. Oh god, not her as well. Ugh. With both Eve and Ceres on stage, this assembly is going to be brutal. Oh boy. Good. We have peace and quiet. Let's get right to the matter at hand. Giles of the research sect, if you could come to the stage, please. There's no response. With an impatient cough, Eve taps the microphone on the stage's podium. Giles, I'd appreciate it if you could make this easier for all of us. Don't make me use force. Another pause. Then I hear footsteps. Everyone's eyes turn towards an average-looking redhead reluctantly coming forward to the stage front. Ah. Oh! So that's what Giles looks like. This is the first time I've seen her. Aside from Eve, I don't know many members of the research sect. Once Giles makes her way onto the stage at the back of the room, Eve gives her a quick nod. Thank you for cooperating. Shall we begin? Giles doesn't respond. Instead, she gazes down at the wooden floor and frowns. I'll take that as a yes. We are gathered here today to judge Giles of the research sect for the harm she has brought to our community. According to significant evidence, she smuggled illegal foreign media into the Haven. Books, illustrations, movies, all unvetted by her own research sect. All extremely dangerous in content. You get the idea. She did this knowing full well that her actions could have caused her or her fellow Haven members to go insane. Lady Amaris, what would you like to say about this? Insane? Wow, what kind of movies did she bring in here? Miss Giles was led by her curiosity. When exercised with prudence, moderation, and in service to noble causes, curiosity is a beautiful virtue. Yet unrestrained curiosity is a thing to be feared. I will not be remembering what voice I did for her in 5 minutes. Indeed, it could be called a dangerous excess. Giles fell prey to this untempered excess. Because of her curiosity, our entire community was put at risk. Naturally, we cannot behave leniently towards her. Okay. Thank you for your wise words, Lady Amaris. Before we continue, I'd also like to thank another member of the Haven for contributing vital evidence. Please show your appreciation for Ceres of the Writing Sect. This necessary assembly would not be possible without her loyalty and service to the Haven. Oh! The audience bursts into applause as the woman behind Lady Amaris steps forward to take a bow. A tall blonde with a powerful frame. I try to ignore her by looking down at my lap. Compared to everyone else's loud claps, mine are small and nearly silent. Not clapping would raise suspicion against me. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate the response here. It took a lot of work unearthing this case, but I think the cat's out of the bag now. You know, 'cause curiosity killed the cat and all. There's a well-timed burst of laughter that follows Ceresa's remark. Probably canned to humor her. Anyhow, what are we gonna do with this troublemaker, huh? Good question. We could make her clean her dorm bathrooms for a month with a toothbrush. Or we could force her to eat alone during mealtimes after everyone else has left. Or we could make her organize her research sect archives. Like the ones I haven't been touched for 15 years. But then what would the point of this assembly be? She just put all of us in a lot of danger. It wouldn't be fair to just have her scrub a few toilets and let her off scot-free. I wonder if this is part of the art style or if they have their nails... if they have nail polish on. I mean, foreign material's tricky stuff. If it hasn't been checked beforehand, you never know what it could do to your brain. And the stuff Giles was hoarding, well, I saw it with my own eyes. It was real gross freak shit. Do we really want to keep someone like that in our community? Huh? What counts as real gross freak shit in your books? I didn't think so. So, Giles, let me tell you what's gonna happen next. From here on out, you're no longer a member of the Haven. Are you implying that? Yes, Giles. You'll be taken away. Wait, if that's the case, then what's going to happen to me? Where will I go now? Can I say goodbye to my friends? You're no longer part of the Haven. You don't deserve answers. Eve, if you could... Right. No, please. Please. Oh. Oh, now she's screaming for Maria. Help me. You're hurt too, aren't you? You can stop this. We're friends, right, Maria? Aren't we? Please. The commotion makes me look up from my lap. In the pew across from mine, Maria shifts her legs back and forth. She wants to intervene, I can tell. But after everything Giles did, intervening would put her position as a hat into question. So in the end, she does nothing. All she can do is stare sadly as Giles continues to scream and wail in terror of her fate. Wait, so how does that work? They just bring her to the back and fucking shoot her? Like, I'm sorry. Oh, you're cast out from the Haven, which is an isolated island. Somewhere. Though, I mean, how it usually goes with those isolated islands and whatever, someone all the way up, like some of the head definitely has access to like the rest of the world in some weird way, and they probably get shipments of stuff. They do need access to the outer world somehow. Otherwise, how would material get in here, right? I wonder if, you know, throwing them out of the haven does just mean that they legit kill them, though? Or just, you know what, you can swim to the mainland. Here you go. Cerise grabs her from behind, twisting her flailing arms into a writhing arm lock. At a distance, Eve calmly brings a white tube to her lips and puffs her cheeks. What the fuck? Oh god. Giles stops screaming. She freezes. A red dart has just pricked her neck. Her body goes limp. She falls to the floor unconscious. Yikes. The joint efforts of Cerise and Eve, Giles is dragged off stage. Once more, Lady Amara steps up to the podium. And so that concludes the assembly. Let this be a lesson to you all. Beware of unchecked temptation. You must now head back to your respective sets. Seek to continue your good work. Eve and I will take care of this matter from here. On command, everyone rises from the pews at once, and orderly lines of women begin to make their way out of the hall. What the hell? What happens when you're taken away? Where do you go? What can you do? Some say that you're banished to the outside world with nothing but the clothes on your back. Others think of more frightening possibilities. Imprisonment, torture, execution. None of us know. Only the heads know the answer, but they're sworn to secrecy on the matter. Those who have been taken away know too, but they never come back to tell anyone. Well, assuming you live to tell the tale, you wouldn't go back. Something like this. Assemblies are scary. Every time they're held, they emphasize an important lesson. It's easy to do insane things in the Haven, but it's also easy to be caught doing them, and it's easy to find out how harshly you'll be punished for your slights. In other words, it's better not to do insane things at all. What counts as insane? Once I did something insane. I was caught doing it and an assembly was held. I was very nearly taken away, but at the last moment someone saved me. Because I was accused, most of the Haven doesn't trust me anymore. At any moment I feel like I'll be accused again. Whenever an assembly finishes, whenever another girl is tried, sentenced, and taken away, I'm always relieved that I wasn't the one standing on that stage. Okay. After the assembly, everyone files out of the hall. I try to stay at the back of the crowd. Pushing through will get everyone else annoyed. After all of us have things to do. Well, most of us, actually. Maria told me that RTEC members were excused for the rest of the day. Maria really cared for Giles. Can't imagine what she's feeling right now. Ugh, my head's buzzing. I should go and do something to clear it. There's a dense wood nearby. One that has a ring path with lovely views and comforting scenery. A pleasant place where you can forget anything terrible. I've decided I'll walk it till sunset. It's what I usually do after a stressful assembly. As always, the trees are beautiful. Shade on the ground reveals only dappled patches of sunlight slipping through the lacework of leaves spread broadly over the canopy. The wet and earthy smell of the soil, sounds of a gentle breeze rustling, branches brimming with flowers and fruits. Faraway chorus of songbirds. The cat that just went through the cat flap and absolutely scared the shit out of me. Hello. Do you think they're allowed to keep pets in an isolated haven? Like this? A cat jump scare for real? No. Whenever I'm surrounded by these sensations, I feel at ease. For a moment, I can believe that the haven is truly paradise. I walk along one of many pleasure trails that branch off the ring path, all painstakingly designed by the architectural set. They're fairly short, but they always have enjoyable views. If I look hard enough through the trees, I can see some of the haven buildings. I can tell which ones, though. You wouldn't be able to know what true isolation is. But but true isolation, if there are a bunch of them there, and I'm assuming they get new girls as well, right? I don't think they're all the same age. And I'm probably ahead you will only be able to be if you have like several years of experience there and never did anything bad or untoward or whatever, so. But eventually the trail comes to a stop. A little white picket gate marks its end and the beginning of outside. Wait, outside on the island? Most Haven members aren't allowed to travel outside. As far as I know, only Lady Amaris and the sect heads can go past the barrier. I'm not sure why. I overheard that some more daring people had gone outside before. Apparently there wasn't much to see. Maybe it's a safety thing to discourage people from leaving the island. But there really isn't much reason to go beyond the island to begin with. All that lies in wait are insane lands filled with insane people. I don't know. Anyways, the punishment for wandering out here isn't too strict. If you cut beyond the gate, you're usually warned or assigned minor chores like sweeping the dorms. So all of that said, I don't think it'd hurt for me to go off the beaten path a little. Take this walk a little further than normal. Since most people worry around me, I won't wander far enough to get into serious trouble with anyone who might see me. Besides, I'm not interested in leaving the Haven. It's the only home I know. Yeah, this is fine. My mother has learned how to knock. No way. I have not stopped working. I just have to mute myself. Yeah, this is fine. This'll just be a little journey to clear my head. If I'm careful, I can satisfy my curiosity safely. I make my way to the gate, prise it open with a rusty creak and step through. The quiet click of the gate snapping shut behind me, I begin my little journey outside. Yeah, what I said was right. There's not much about outside that's different from the rest of the forest. The wet and earthy smell of the soil, sounds of a gentle breeze rustling, branches brimming with flowers and fruits, faraway chorus of songbirds. I sense all the same things again and again and again and again, no matter how far I go. Well, I guess I should have expected this. Seems pretty in line with what the more daring members of the Haven have said. Maybe outside is just symbolic. A way to keep us all in check. Honestly, I've got no idea about what goes on in Lady Amaris' head. Wait, hold on. What was that? No, they definitely would call it a switch too. They are not gonna change up that name anytime soon. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of something in the distance. I turn around. At this distance, I can't make out what this something is. From what I can see, it looks grey and cubical in shape. I wonder what it is. A rock formation? A sculpture? A monument? Whatever it is, it intrigues me. I don't think it'd hurt for me to check it out. I leave the path entirely, step into the underbrush, and make a beeline toward the mysterious object in the distance. The switcheroo! As I approach, I realize that this isn't just any object. It's a building. An unusual building. I feel like my voice keeps going up. I've never seen one like this before. Back in the Haven, most of the buildings are made out of wood. This building seems to be made of some hard grey material. Maybe I could go a little closer, find out a little more. If I'm caught, I won't get into too much trouble, right? I'll say I was just taking a look at something strange and new. Then I'll swear never to go there again. It'll be a quick peek and then I'll go home. Yeah, just a quick peek. Nothing wrong with that. Up close, the grey material seems to have all sorts of bumps and cracks. I don't recognize it at all. I glide my hand against the material. Touching the bumps and indents on the surface is strangely soothing. Small steps, I slowly make my way around the building while tracing my hand across its walls. The walls don't seem very different from each other apart from the placement of small moss patches on them and the shapes of various fine cracks across them. And then I get to the fourth wall. There's a doorway there at the very end. I pause for a moment to look around. No one is observing me in the woods. No one is coming out of the building. I'm still completely alone. Completely alone to explore the building freely. I approach the doorway carefully to investigate further. The door is wide open. If I lean my body forward, I can see what the building is like inside. I crane my neck forward to take a peek into the room within. In a limited amount of light, I can see that the building's insides are ruined. The room is barren. No furniture, no lighting, not even a proper floor. All empty except for a single banister and some stairs. Staircase leading down into the earth. Staircase? Where? What else might be in this building? What lies at the bottom? I can't believe I've never found this place before. It's so weird and fascinating and... No, wait. Magda, you're outside. You get into trouble if someone finds you here. And if it's inside this building, a building no one knows about in an off-limits area, you might get taken away this time. You don't want to be taken away, do you? For the past year you've been trying to be a good girl. Why ruin what little reputation you have left now? And anyways, there's probably a good reason this building's been hidden from everyone else. Something really bad might be in there. I don't know. But one peek wouldn't hurt, right? Yeah. I'll just go in and explore the place for a bit and leave. My curiosity will be satisfied, I return to my normal life, and I pretend that this building never existed. And if I sense that someone's nearby, I'll dash out of here as soon as possible. Right. Sounds like a decent plan to me. Let's go. With the goal of knowing a little more under my belt, I make my way into the building. Yeah, whatever could go wrong. The room inside is dark, empty, and derelict. There's nothing here to be found, besides the light streaming in from outside and the staircase leading to the lower floor. With nothing to see and nothing to do upstairs, I take the staircase down. As I descend, I tread lightly, making sure my footsteps don't echo through the building. A few minutes pass and then I arrive at the floor below. The room that lies here is small and dimly lit by a single row of fluorescent lights. They catch my eye. Fluorescent lights are unusual. Back in the Haven, most of us light our nights using beeswax candles from the community apiary. What's that? Only sect buildings use fluorescent lights. Other than the lights, this room is as empty as the one above it. The staircase still goes down further. If I go a little deeper, will I find something else? You're deaf, most likely. The rooms beneath the second one are largely the same. Small spaces with fluorescent lights. Some have steel cabinets, others have doors. All of them are completely empty. I don't touch any of the doors. Of course, a part of me itches to open them, but I want to reach the bottom of the building first. As I go deeper and deeper, my mind frets. I need to find what I'm looking for and leave. I can't get caught. Eventually I make it to the bottom of the staircase. I look around the clearing. The deepest room in the building is similar to the rooms on the floors above it. It stands empty, yet another strip of fluorescent lights runs along its otherwise plain ceiling. All that's different is a pair of heavy metal doors in front of me. Well, I came all the way down here. I'll just take a quick peek inside. It won't hurt. I can handle this. If something goes wrong, I'll just run for my life. That way I won't get in trouble again. I'm sure of it. Well, you have a healthy dose of optimism, that's for sure. Yeah, I just need to keep my wits about me. Muttering reassurances to myself in my head, I move forward and push the doors open. Ah, hell yeah, I love that door creak sound effect. It's pitch black. Good. There's definitely no one here. Yet in the dark, a loud humming sound resonates from within the room. I wonder where it's coming from. Maybe a light would help me. I bring one of my hands to the underside of my dress and search for my hidden pocket. To carry daily necessities such as snacks or medicine, most members of the Haven use the hidden pocket of their uniform dress. My pocket always holds a candle dish, a candlestick, and a little matchbox. With some fumbling, I slot the candlestick into the little holding spike at the dish's center. Then, taking the handle of the dish between my teeth, I open the matchbox and strike a match on the box's side. The match's amber glow brightens the room a little, but I'm too focused on lighting my candle to see what the light reveals. I'm so scared this game is going to jump scare me, by the way. I remove the handle from my mouth and bring the match head to the candle's wick. Ah, that's a lot better. Now what do we have here? On my left there's a desk filled with test tubes. A rack of scary-looking metal instruments, stacks of sheets covered in cramped scrolls of unreadable handwriting, a winding mass of cables. To my right there's diagrams, a shelf filled with heavily labeled books, more cables mirroring the arrangement on the right, and in front of me there's a CG. There's a giant machine there. I'm not sure what it's for. When I walk a little closer to it, I notice that a loud humming is coming from its insides. Blue light emits from the screen below the machine. I guess I was wrong about the lab being pitch black. Better snuff my candle. You get jump scare, we get jump scare too. Yay! That's not what shocks me. Strapped to the machine is someone I've never seen before. I don't even know if someone is the right word. They don't look human at all. The head hangs low. They don't seem conscious. The body's covered in wires jutting in and out of the body. I stand on my heels to get a better look. Most of the wires are attached to their back. I move even closer. Curly golden hair gleams in the blue light underneath. White wings hang from where their ears should be. Bloody bandages cover their long, lean frame. Beautiful. They remind me of beings I had seen in picture books back when I was little. Beautiful winged beings that stopped wars, helped the sick, and brought wisdom to humanity. What were they called again? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Suddenly I hear the echoes of footsteps. Idle chatter, both coming from the other side of the room. Flinch. Crap. I need to get out of here. I run toward the stairs. Frantically, I try to stuff my candle dish back into my pocket. As I leave, I think I see something.
Oh, hello there.
The being's head tilts. A glint of red from their eyes meets mine, and their mouth, caked in dried blood and hundreds of tiny cuts, begins to twist upwards. They're grinning at me. No. No. It's just a trick of my mind. I have to go now. I run up the many flights of stairs. My legs ache, my breathing's sharp, and my footsteps echo loudly through the building. I no longer care about the noise. Right now I can't get caught. 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 I repeat this in my head again and again, as if saying it enough times will protect me from being discovered. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. I can get out of here. I reach the uppermost floor, and then I burst through the entrance. But even then, even out in the relative safety of the woods, I don't stop running. You could still catch me here, and I can't get caught. I don't stop running until I'm far away from the building. Until I'm past the gate. Until I'm back at the start of the forest trail. Until I'm right back where I started, right next to the assembly building. My back bows with exhaustion. My muscles are screaming. My lungs heave in and out. Sweat drips from my forehead, from the nape of my neck, from my arms onto the yellow-brown grass below. But I made it. I'm here. I'm safe. I can't get caught. That was what I told myself over and over and over again. And in the end, I stand in the Haven grounds once again. Uncaught, unnoticed, unscathed. For now. I'm not going back. I won't go back. That was way too close. My curiosity nearly got the better of me. I very nearly went insane. God, I'm so tired. I just slowly head back home. By the time I reach the dome building, it's already night. Thanks to the candles lighting the paths outside, I found my way back. By some force, I open the door and step into the common room. On a nearby couch, two Haven residents are chatting with each other. They don't notice my entrance. Whatever. If they're loitered around here, they'll notice that and give me weird looks. Better to head back to my room. Past the common room is a long corridor with many doors on each side of its walls. Behind each door is a standard Haven dorm where members go to sleep. Lady Mars and the sect heads have a separate living space for the evenings. That's why we never see them once the day is over. Slowly I make my way down the hallway. The wall that comes to greet me at its end has only one single door. On its front is a simple wooden plate reads Room 108, my room. To get inside, I only need to turn the doorknob and push. In the Haven, we have an honor code. Members are expected to follow Lady Amaris's rules. We can't enter dorms without the owner's explicit permission, nor can we take others' private belongings without good reason to do so. If you break the rules, we're punished accordingly. Polishing all of the dining hall tables, sorting piles of documents for the research sec, or dealing with everyone's dorm room trash for a week are among the better penalties for minor offenses. At worst, our culprit is made the center of an assembly. Anyway, sticking to the rules is better for everyone. Once I twist the doorknob, room 108's door cracks open with a squeak. I make my way into my room. Ah, I like those beds. They look nice. Grace isn't back yet. It's sad to not see her, but I expected this. Lately, she's been working until 9 p.m. at night. The architectural sec loves to keep her busy. She must be working on something important. Grace is really organized, so I'm sure she'd do a nice job. I make my way to a small bookshelf in the center of our room. Carefully, I brush my fingertips over the spines of the lined-up books. Fairy tales, self-help guides, and Haven-made novellas are all passed over in quick succession. Finally, I stop at one spine, white with black lines, carefully tucked into a hard-to-see spot. With a little tug, the book is eased out of its niche. I stand on my toes to take a ballpoint pen from a glass jar on top of the shelf. Then I sit down on my bed, canopied by the tidy, empty bunk above it. Within the dorms, bunk beds are the standard sleeping arrangement. When people first pair up with their roommates, picking bunks is a traditional Haven housewarming ritual. I don't remember how Grace and I became roommates, but I do know that we picked bunks through a game of rock, paper, scissors. I wanted the top bunk. Guess what the outcome was. Hi, good evening! Anyways, I opened the book to a blank page and uncapped my pen. This is my diary, a place where I can write my most secret thoughts away from prying eyes. After I narrowly avoided the consequences of my assembly, Grace gave this to me as a gift. She said diaries help people cope with troubling thoughts. I thought it would help me too. Since then, I've used this diary religiously every day. But Grace has never seen what I've written. Grace is my close friend, but I don't know if she'd like... Never mind. Don't think about things you can't control, Magda. Just focus on your writing. Right, okay. My mind's buzzing with stressful thoughts right now. When this happens, I need to focus on the positives. Yeah, positives. I like, because the background images seem to be stock photos, which is funny because some of the descriptions obviously don't align with those. For example, the clearly not light lamp right there with the in the bed, I mean. But still, it's still fun. Also, for this being a one-person work aside from the soundtrack. Yeah, absolutely understandable that you would use pictures like this in the Mac. Sometimes you gotta make do with normal photos. Also, excuse that sound, I need to lotion my hands. Hand cream. This winter is fucking up my skin. There's nothing wrong with using pictures like this for the background. Like, the focus here is clearly in the writing and the story and the artwork. So, nothing wrong with that. What was one good thing that happened to me today? Oh, you survived. Well, I guess that's this morning. Right, here we go. Oh, that's bright. Dear Diary, today working in the art sec was a lot of fun. I made a lot of progress with my piece. The Paradise Tree theme I've come up with is really nice and I love drawing so many beautiful birds. Maria is very supportive of my work too. She's so kind and gentle to me. None of the other secs would give me a second chance, but she willingly took me on. I'm really happy she gave me the opportunity to prove myself. I hope she's doing okay despite everything that happened today. I love her. She's beautiful, generous, and talented. I want to be together with her. The Haven would never allow it, though. Members and hats can't be anything more than friends. The potential for manipulation, abuse, and unfair treatment is too much for our community to risk. And besides, would she want me back like I want her? I don't know. So I'll just keep those thoughts here safely locked away. That's the best thing I can do right now. Signed, Magda. That spiraled into something far less positive than I wanted. At least I wrote something, I guess. There's a knock. The door slowly opens. Oh, hey! Grace is back. Afternoon activities must have tired her out because she walks very slowly into the room. Hey, Grace. Busy day? Grace nods silently. You're writing in your diary again? Yeah, it's really useful. Thanks for giving it to me. I'm glad I could help. Actually, this is a rather weird question, but what? I've been wondering for a while, Magda, would you ever let me take a look at what you've written? I know the diary's meant to be private to you and all, but I remember that you were a really great writer, so I was wondering what I could read some of your writing for myself. Oh wow, that's rather sudden. I mean, Grace has always been my closest friend. I'm not completely against showing her my personal writing. Indeed, the small book that's on my lap contains all of my existing work. After my assembly, all of my writing side stories were destroyed. But, I'd rather not show a lot of the stuff I wrote in my diary. It could make her nervous. Come on, Magda, you need to give Grace some sort of explanation quick. You see, I don't put anything important in there. I haven't written anything great since I left the writing sect. This is just an outlet for my feelings. Grace squints her eyes. She's clearly not convinced by my excuse. She's known me for a long time, why would she be? Sorry, Magda. I'm not sure I believe you. It's okay, though. If you really don't want to show me, I'll just get ready for bed. The look she gives me makes me pretty uncomfortable. Does she think I'm up to something? I don't really want to make Grace suspicious of me, so maybe it wouldn't hurt for me to show her one entry, right? No, wait. I'll show you. Just let me find something, alright? Just one condition. I'm the one turning the pages, okay? Grace nods gently with a small smile. Okay, I trust you. I breathed a sigh of relief, then picked the book up, shielding it from Grace's view. Looking through the pages for something safe to show, I landed on an entry from a couple of weeks ago. Alright, this one should be okay. I placed the book back down on my lap and swiveled it around for Grace to read. When I wrote this, the art sect wasn't busy with projects. I took the day to wander through the haven and enjoy the scenery. I wrote about the plants and animals that I saw on that long and pleasant stroll. Squirrels and blackbirds, rose hips and elms, blue skies and warm, gentle sunshine, among other things. Grace stares at the pages mesmerized. Wow, you really are a beautiful writer. Why haven't you written another book? I'm sure the writing sect would... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the writing sect made a point of not wanting me back. Especially with Sarah's around. She got me if I tried openly writing anything again. I don't mention this to Grace. I don't know how she feels about Sarah's. But Grace, I can still do this in private. This and the work I do for the art sect is enough for me. Give me another chance. I'm happy I can still stay here with you. Yeah, I understand. And I'm happy I gave you that chance. Same. With that, I get up from my bed to tuck my diary back into its bookshelf crevice. I sigh in relief. That didn't go as badly as expected. Why was I nervous around Grace anyways? I trust her. She saved me from an assembly. And, more importantly, she's my closest and dearest friend. Yeah, I can trust her. I'm not sure I trust anyone in this game so far. I stretch my arm still standing in front of the bookshelf. So, Grace, are you gonna get ready for bed? Yes. Why do you ask? Can I come with you? To the bathrooms? If that's alright, I mean. I don't mind. Just remember to bring your shampoo and pajamas. I won't forget this time. We'll see about that. Anyways, we should get going before they get crowded. You know how we're about to hit peak time. Right. I'll get my stuff straight away. After we were shopping and changed, we settled down into bed. On the top bunk, Grace is reading an architectural textbook with a small candle lighting the pages nearby. I'm really tired from today, so I'm going to head to bed. I crawl under my sheets and curl up tight in the comforting dark of our room. Hey, Grace. Yes, Magda. Good night. And if I don't see you in the morning tomorrow, have a good day. You're very kind, Magda. You have a good night as well. I smile. I'm really lucky to have a friend like Grace. I don't know what I'd do without her. And with those warm thoughts on my mind, I drift into a peaceful sleep. Technically, there's nothing stopping her from just taking the book out of that little crevice and just reading your diary at any point she wants. She knows the hiding spot. She's the one who gave you the book. Obviously, no, you obviously wouldn't be doing this if you're actually friends. But, you know, with the way this game is set up, I don't think I'm gonna trust anyone here. Dreaming. I know I'm dreaming. Everything here looks like it does in life. Yet the world around me is like the spider webs that grow in endless corners of the dorm room hallways. Beautiful but easy to destroy. Somehow, though, this dream feels different. It feels as though I'm viewing a projection. I can't interact with anything or anyone in front of me. It's almost like being in front of a movie. Just without the cramped wooden benches and the whirs of a research projection machine. All I can do is watch and listen. I don't even trust myself. Someone is there, sitting on clouds far up in the sky. They're looking down at something, cheek propped up by one hand. A wrinkled brow and lips pursed into a tiny frown. They're clearly upset by whatever they see down below. Wait, they look familiar. They're that being I saw in the mysterious building. Long gold hair, the pale skin, the wing ears, they're all the same. And yet, they're not. Here they look healthier, younger, very much alive. I wonder, how did they end up down there anyways? Suddenly someone approaches the being. All that I can tell is that they are tall. The shadow they cast is long and dark. No matter how hard I try to catch a glimpse of their appearance, I just can't. They got some aura. An aura that forces my head to stand on end and my eyes to look down and away. Like my body subconsciously deems me unworthy of seeing them. They're clearly someone old and powerful. Kind of like Lady Amari's, only even scarier and more unknowable. Oh, my child. Why do you look to Earth once more? Being flinches but does not turn back. The eyes look upwards, acknowledging the arrival of the unfathomable presence behind them. The state of the world saddens me. Every day, everywhere, humankind tears itself to pieces. They're becoming ensnared by unspeakable evils and losing sight of all things good and just. Why are we no longer able to help and guide them? How many times must I repeat myself? Higher powers should no longer intervene in humanity's affairs. Our relationship to them is not like it was 2,000 years ago. If we descended now as we have done in the past, our sacred powers and abilities would be revealed and stripped away from us. They've moved past revering us so that they can fulfill their selfish exploits. Yes, I know. My child, do not roll your eyes at me. There's a reason we enforce this rule so strictly. Let us say you descend to one of the many human civilizations that dwell beneath the clouds. You arrive, make yourself known, and promptly announce that you will save them from evil by freeing them from their vices. How do you think they would react? They would react happily? I mean, if I knew someone was showing me a path to paradise on Earth, I would be overjoyed to walk it. But you're not a human, are you? No, humans do not behave like high powers. Over millennia, I have observed how they have taken every opportunity that could have changed their ways. Is it supposed to be a 0 or an O? A 0, right? So allow me to tell you how they would respond. They would laugh. They do not see the harm they cause the others as wicked, as long as they benefit from it in the end. They would jeer at you and drive you out from their settlements. They do not like the new status quo to be challenged, and when they realize you are indeed a valuable resource and not merely some foolish false prophet, they would capture you so that they could use you. They will perform experiments on you so that your mysteries are unveiled. They will learn about your abilities, strengths, and your weaknesses. They will use you as a means to an end. They will take everything they can and leave nothing left to your mind, body, or soul. And then, not satisfied with consuming one higher power, they will use what they have learned to invade the higher realm and devour us all. You see why descending to them is an act of sheer foolishness. 0. I guess that's a 0 then. Okay, sorry. Humans cannot possibly be as evil as you say they are. 0. It is natural to feel empathy for the inhabitants of a world we have overseen for millennia. Your views will no doubt change as you age. One day you will realize just how much we higher powers now stand to lose. I see. Thank you. Bear in mind what I have stressed to you. Your home must always come first, young Zero. Zero nods. Flashback. Tall figure disappears, dissolving into the very air like a mirage. Your home has always come first, young Zero. Idiot. There's nothing to learn from your stupid lectures. I can't take powers like you seriously. You'll just hide in the clouds and pretend nothing is happening while the world burns below. Isn't it our duty to protect and guide humankind? Every day I see more cities destroyed over the pettiest of conflicts. More massacres, more deadly weapons. I can't take this. Nobody in the realm is doing what they should be anymore. Even the elders of elders are shying away from their sworn duties. Your face when you try to do math mood. Then a youngster will have to teach by example. If they try to stop me, well, it's my sacred duty. Don't you agree? Magda?
Huh?
Dream stops. Before I can process everything I just witnessed, it's morning, and I'm awake once again. Ah, good morning to us. I rub my eyes. What was all that? Was that really just a dream? Did I have a vision? Surely I didn't eat anything funny yesterday, right? Foraging troops in the forest sometimes misidentify wild species of mushrooms for the mushrooms we usually cook and eat. We typically dry and store them with all the other foods in a communal kitchen larder. Occasionally, this means that dinner ends up making a few Haven members act weird for a day or so. I see things that aren't there or dream of something so vividly that I think it actually happened in reality. But the scope of the visions never goes beyond the Haven. When this island is your world, you've got no other point of reference. Yet my dream took place way up in the clouds, in a place I'd never seen, much less traveled to. And no visions I've heard about had ever been about a being like the one I'd seen. This being who knew about my name somehow. What was her name again? Oh right, Zero. Last night I tried to forget that I visited them by talking with Grace and getting some good sleep. I ended up dreaming about them instead. So my thoughts are drawn to their presence. Somehow I want to be near them again. I feel a nagging urge to go back outside and visit them once more. What are making me feel this way? Is this urge one of those abilities I heard about in my dream? It's too early in the day for this. Last night I promised myself that I wouldn't go back outside. I nearly got caught. I can't risk that again. Not unless I want to be the center of another assembly. And I don't want to let Lady Amaris down. Or give Ceres and Eve more reasons to. If they found out what I did yesterday, they'd definitely come after me. Find some new way to make the rest of the Haven ostracize me. Maybe even beat me up behind the Artsec building. I don't want to go through that. So I need to forget about this vision or dream or whatever it is. About this Zero person. Whatever they're trying to get me to think about them or not. Well, whether they're trying to get me to think about them or not, I have a pure mind. I have a pure heart. I can control my curiosity. Right. Now with that out of the way, let's make today a good day, shall we? After giving my arms and legs a nice long stretch, I hop out of bed. I dress myself and head to the bathroom near my room. Then I clean my teeth, wash my face, and brush my hair. Once I'm ready for the day, I tie my hair ribbons. I love them a lot. They're adorable and they match my uniform. Even now, when most people try to stay away from me, I still want to give a good impression and to continue working well for our community. Afterwards, I make my way through the dorm hall. Since the architect's work starts fairly late, most of the other dorm rooms are empty. Most of the other members are eating breakfast or starting work on their sects. Grace is likely working already, so I never see her when I wake up. I hope she's doing okay with her project. Grace is a night owl, so I don't think she enjoys getting up early. Big mood. Once I make my way to the end of the dorm hallway, I push open the front door and walk out of the building. The cafeteria is 5 minutes away. By the time I entered, it's still breakfast time. Thank goodness. At one of the dining stations, I pick up a bowl of rolled oats, an orange juice box, a red apple, and a spoon. Then I go outside and sit at one of the many empty benches dotted around the dining complex. There are benches inside too, but the sun's out today. I'd be ashamed to miss out on such beautiful weather. Oh, hell yeah. I love those benches. The funniest thing is I have no idea where you actually get these benches. They just exist. Like, I feel like they spawn into existence. I don't even know who makes them. You just know these kind of benches. With my spoon, I get a clump of oats within my bowl and shovel them into my mouth. As I eat them, I take in my surroundings. I wonder who else is eating here this morning. Familiar faces from the writing sect. We used to hang out with each other, exchanging tips and reading of exciting snippets of new works. Nowadays, the animated conversation grows quiet whenever I approach, and I turn away when I try to say hello. At this point, I don't really care who I sit with anymore. Eating alone has its own perks. Though, speaking of sitting with people, who else is here today? I swivel around in my seat, chewing on my oats. Let's see who's behind me. Oh god, no. I didn't think they would be here now. Usually, Sarah and Eve eat super early. Avoiding them was partially why I started eating later in the day. No one bothers you when there's barely anyone around. But today, I didn't expect them to grab breakfast right after me. I think I'll just finish my rolled oats here. Yeah, I'll finish them up, then grab everything else and go. I can carry the apple and juice with me, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. If I'm lucky, they won't notice me. I'll just sneak right past... Hey, hold on. They won't notice me, and... Sneak right past them and... slap Sirius in the face. Yeah, look at her, chatting to her friends without a care in the world. She knows what she did to me behind closed doors. Like in the writing sect, she took my old stories and shredded them so that I couldn't take them home like everyone else. She used my personal work to make me the center of an assembly and made sure that all of it was destroyed. When I didn't get taken away, she beat me so hard that I couldn't move for a week. Sirius deserves hell. She's a jealous, spoiled bitch who lashes out at me when she doesn't get her way. In fact, she deserves way more than just a slap.
Hello?
He starts. I've never had thoughts like these before. Oh wait, Eve's here too. Seems like she's really taking her time with that porridge of hers. Why don't I help her hurry up and shove her face in it? The cow always acts so high and mighty, so maybe eating like an animal will humble her. She loved rubbing in how much better Ceres' trash writing was during that assembly. I swear Eve's like Ceres' lapdog. The head of the research sect at the beck and call of a lower-ranking member? How shameful. She's the
the purge. Yeah, okay.
Hold on. Where the hell are these thoughts coming from? I hate Ceres and Eve, but I've never thought anything like this before. No, wait. That's a stupid question. I already know, don't I? Those special abilities, the being, Zero in the basement, those thoughts are from them, aren't they? Well, wherever they're from, they're putting me at risk. The best thing I can do is resist them. No matter what Ceres and Eve did to me, I can't make room for any violent impulses. I must be good. I will be good. I'm a member of the Haven. They raised and fed me because they cared for me. I must show the same kindness and care in turn. I must resist this temptation. I must be pure of heart and mind. Quickly I piled rolled oats onto my spoon and shoveled them into my mouth. Over, and over. I can't focus on anything else but eating my food. I can't give room for those thoughts to come back to make me insane. I'm in no state to finish my apple and juice here. Just take them with me and have them on the way to work. I need to get out of here now. Sooner the better.
Okay, yes. What an enjoyable way to have breakfast.
I hurry straight to the art sect's building, always sucking down my orange juice. Apple remains untouched, and in the end, I decide to save it as a mid-morning snack. I got to the cafeteria around 8:30, so if that's the case, and it took me an hour to eat, work should be starting by now. Right. No more bad thoughts, just painting. Let me take a deep breath. In and out. Yeah, there you are, Magda. Let's make the rest of the day a good one. I push the door open and walk into the studio. Everyone else is collecting their tools and going to the studio spaces. Work has definitely started. Following suit, I go to my personal shelf. I take out my watercolor pencils and sketchbook and make my way over to my studio space. Okay, today's work. I'll continue to develop my painting project.
Why is there a bird there on the left? What the hell?
Maria liked this thumbnail the most, so I'll draft its color scheme before I start painting the final piece. The words on the tree look so beautiful. I can't wait to pick out the colors today. To think that a year ago I came to the art sec unsure if I'd ever love making art. Before that, writing had been my sole, all-consuming passion. Being forced out of the writing sec was painful. Now though, I've grown to really treasure drawing. Instead of words, I can capture my surroundings and my feelings with beautiful shapes, delicate lines, and vibrant colors. Thank you for the pet, and the hydrogen, and the postage stamp.
That's a whole lot of everything. I love reading, except when I don't.
That is very true. That is very true. Maria was kind enough to let me into her sack despite the stigma that lingered around me. I can only try to be better where I am. After everything she's done for me, I want to produce work that she and Lady Maris can be proud of. I've come a long way over 1 year. But speaking of Maria, she'd normally make an effort to visit each studio by now, just to check on our progress. But today she's just sitting in a corner of a side room, staring outside an open window into the forest. I believe I nearly forgot about yesterday. Jamal must be on her mind. Losing someone you cared about is never easy. Assemblies may be common, but the fallout after them is hard. I wish I could do something to put her mind at ease. Uh-oh. Nothing's stopping me. There's no reason I can't just get up from my seat to go comfort her. I thought I was done with these stupid thoughts. At least they're not violent this time. Still, I wish she'd just leave me alone. No. Why? Am I just missing my feelings? I know deep down what she is to me. I've got a window of opportunity now. I should take advantage of it. I could go to her. I could wrap my arms around her gently. Give her a soft kiss on the crown of her head. Hold her warm hands interlacing our fingers together. I've thought about something like this for so long. Maybe if I'm lucky, maybe in her need for comfort, she'll let me tell her how I really feel. I don't care if relationships between handsome members are forbidden. Now that Giles is gone, I want her to know that I'll be there for her. I want her to know how much she means to me, how much I owe my happiness to her. I want her to know how deeply I want her.
I love that I can never finish reading the last sentence. What? Okay, sure.
Please, I can't deal with this anymore. I get up from my stool and march towards the bathroom. It's a very bright bathroom. With some force, I wrench one of the old rusty sink faucets open. Pipes gurgle below, and soon a steady stream of water rushes out from the tap. I cup my hands and put them under the gushing stream. In my palms, the cold water rises fast. Quickly, I splash the water on my face. Once, twice, 3 times. Again. I keep on splashing until all I can think about is the coolness around my soap collar, hair, and face, and the sound of the water flowing away down the sink pipes. Right. After cooling down like this, those thoughts should leave me well alone. I'll just take a look in the mirror and see what I need to dry off. Huh?
Oh, hello!
My reflection isn't my own. Golden face stares back at me, smiling serenely, fingers frozen in a beckoning curl. Zero. I squeeze my eyes shut and shake my head. When I open them, I see my own reflection once more. They really want me to remember them, huh? I can't go back outside. I don't want to get into trouble again. I really don't. But this is getting frightening. I don't know what'll happen if I continue ignoring Zero's presence. He said they had mystical power, but other than this and my strange dream last night, they haven't done anything weird to me yet. Somehow though, my gut tells me that they'll get me into serious trouble in one way or another. Maybe going back is for the best. I don't know what they're capable of. They might force me to do something terrible, or they might make me act on my impulses. Only one of these options is in my control. The other is surrounded by all sorts of uncomfortable uncertainties. Guess I have no choice. I need to go back. Tonight. I can only hope I don't get caught.
Never dividing by zero. Yeah, take your time. Take it.
The rest of the morning proceeds in a fairly standard fashion. I figured out the colors I wanted to use for the birds. They're bright and cheerful. Maria sees them. I hoped they would make her feel a little better. I didn't get any more strange thoughts either, which was a relief. Yet I feel an underlying sense of dread. I still have to follow through with my dangerous decision. I can't imagine what Zero would do to me if I bailed at the last second. Outside, here I come. I'll go get dinner afterwards. I just need to make sure that no one sees me, or hears me, or knows I've left in the first place. Yeah, I need to be very, very careful. But if this goes well, then I can pretend that none of this ever happened and return to my normal life. I'm a believer.
Are you? Not?
No one will suspect me. I'll continue painting with Maria. I'll continue talking with Grace. It'll be business as usual once again.
Mm-hmm.
I put away my project materials and leave the arts act. Last time, a forest path near the assembly building got me outside. So if I look hard enough in that area again, I should find Zero's building. I straighten my back and puff out my chest. There's no turning back now. With that, I march towards the assembly building with as much confidence as I can muster. If I can convince them to leave me alone for good, my normal life in the Haven will stay normal. Yeah, that's the plan. I will not go insane because of them.
Thanks for nothing, but...
Oh no. This is bad. Very, very bad. I knew that something was off with Magda. I didn't think following her would lead to this. After what Magda went through, I never thought she'd break the Haven's rules again. What am I supposed to do now? I know I'm supposed to tell Lady Mars about suspicious behavior. It's a critical Haven rule. But Magda's my... I don't want to see her get hurt again. What to do?
And so much for no one seeing us? Good job, Magda.
It took some time for me to get here, but I'm now at the entrance of the building. I can't hesitate anymore. Better to fix this problem here and now. Any fear or indecision will only get in the way of what I need to do. Quickly, I make my way down the dark flights of stairs. As I go deeper and deeper down, I catch brief glimpses of the shelves and doors still closed, still ever mysterious. They don't matter. Getting to the basement does. All I need to do is get into the lab, get that being to leave me alone, and get out. Simple.
Yeah, right? Just hire a being with mysterious powers. Simple. Just unsubscribe from the newsletter. Put the sender on a block list. Change your mail.
Finally, I reach the basement. The lab doors stand in front of me, just as imposing as they were yesterday. I take out my candle stub, my candle dish, and a box of matches. I assemble the candle. I light the wick. I enter the lab. Not much has changed. The only sign of anyone else having been in this room is that the papers on the desk seem to be rearranged. Scientific equipment and tools lie strewn around as before. The wires remain tangled, carpeting the cold tile floor. The imposing machine at its heart hums in a quiet drone. And the being in the center of the room, Zero, still sits where they always were, hooked up to the cables in the center of the room. I march right up to them. They still seem unconscious. Let's hope getting their attention works. Or else there wasn't any point to me taking this risk again. They don't move. I wonder whether they've even heard me. I guess it wouldn't hurt if I tried again. Maybe I'll give them a small prod too. Still nothing from them. I really don't want to speak any louder. I'm desperately trying to avoid doing anything that could give away my presence. But if it means sorting out this problem once and for all... Psst. Hey! Finally the message seems to get through. They stir. The head bobs upwards. Their eyes open. For the first time I meet their powerful gaze. Their eyes. They're red and shiny, glittering with light. In the warm glow of my candle flame, they remind me of winter berries, bright, tempting, and extraordinarily deadly. They're beautiful. I can't look away. It's impossible to stop staring. It feels like I'm losing my train of thought. Losing my needs, my worries, perhaps even the reason I'm here. All to keep basking in that stunning gaze. I'm going to... Excuse me. The voice jolts me back to the present. What's going on again? Why am I here? Ah, my eyes. You saw them, didn't you? I briefly look up at their face again. I see their scarlet stare. Yes? I think so. I apologize. They have that effect. Not many can claim to have a gaze as enticing as mine. But I'm getting the sense that you're not here to get a better look at me. Are you? Who are you, anyways? Well, my name's... Hold on. Now I remember why I'm here. I can't sit around here answering Zero's pointless questions. Never mind. It's not important. Got a few questions. Oh, you're the kind of human who asks questions first, then makes introductions later. You're no fun. The eyes roll in clear boredom. For some reason, the flippant demeanor makes my skin crawl. I grimace. Look, I'd love to sit down and get to know you, but I'm not supposed to... Wait. I recognize you. You're the human who visited me earlier, aren't you? What? How did they know that? If they saw me yesterday, it would have been from a distance in the dark. Well, however they did it, it's probably not worth lying to them. They probably know who I am. I mean, sure, but yes, you're Magda. You must have visited me because of the dream I sent you, yes. I knew it. They sent that dream to me. Yeah, that's partially it. The text skipping is fucking me up. I saw someone like you and... So you know who I am already, yes? Huh? Yeah, your dream told me as much. Your name's Zero. Is that right? Indeed it is. Please call me Niels. Zero is a little formal. Alright, Niels. Now, can we quit the small talk and get to why I'm here? By all means. You came to me, so I'll lend you an ear. Okay. This morning I started having extremely weird thoughts. I felt violent, impulsive anger towards people I've been trying to avoid. I felt dangerous, unhinged desire towards people I care about. I've never had thoughts like these before. Never in all my life. Did you have anything to do with them? Why doesn't matter? They're terrifying, that's why. For the past year I've been trying to behave. I'm scared that your thoughts or whatever will cause something bad to happen. I might act impulsively and get punished. I might try to repress them, lose control and get punished. At worst I might control myself in some harmful, unethical way and get punished. See, Niels, I don't have the best reputation in the Haven. As is, I'm walking a thin line between staying there and being forced out for good. I don't want that. Because the Haven is the only home I've ever known. You could rip it away from me in an instant. So please, if you're the one sending those thoughts, please stop. Leave me alone. Ah, I see. Magda, I understand completely. I can tell these thoughts distress you. You're scared I'll take away your friends, family, your loved ones. It's true. I am responsible for making those thoughts appear.
And for that, I apologize. But Magda, I didn't make the thoughts themselves. Those thoughts, they're very much your own. All I did was amplify your subconscious. In other words, I made the murmurs of your heart audible. Wait, they're my own? How's that supposed to make me feel better? Well, you're rather good at muffling those thoughts. Amplifying them took quite a bit of energy out of me. Not that I have much left. But if I didn't make you aware of them, you would have never returned to me. So now that I'm here, are you going to get rid of those thoughts or not? I will. Since you risk so much to be here, I'll leave you be. Finally. Hey, for the rest of the day. Hold on. Just for the rest of the day. But it's nearly over. Shouldn't this agreement be permanent? I can't promise that. What? I came all this way to ask you to stop bothering me. Right now I'm breaking one of the most important rules in the Haven. And now you're telling me that you might do it again? Well, think of it this way. I've just done you a favor. You remain undisturbed. You abide by whatever rules you need to follow. You live your normal life exactly as you want it. But in return, you need to do something for me. That's how favors work, right? So, whenever you think these disturbing thoughts, come and visit me. It'll be like a homing signal of sorts. Or a weak and feeble creature begging for some company. A struggling existence simply asking for one act of kindness. No. First of all, I never agreed to any of this. What? Sorry, what? I've literally just met you. Dreams, the visions, crazy thoughts and feelings. You've caused all of my problems today. It's no favor for me to begin with. Secondly, how many times do I need to repeat that I'm not supposed to be here? Or why it puts me at risk? If you want company so badly, go find someone else. Alas, I don't have anyone else. The other humans who visit me are cold and cruel. It's awfully lonely. You understand what it's like to be alone, right? Your body aches all over. You have so much to say, but no one to say it to. You might as well be a crack on the wall. Pain is uniquely terrible. You know this. I know you're going through a lot right now. I had to flick through your thoughts and memories to send my dream to you. Old friends no longer wanting to be seen with you. Your reputation tainting you like a disease. The bullying that people get away with. Because somehow they feel that you haven't been punished enough. Not even the people who care about you know what it's like to be you. Know what you go through every day. Know the unfairness of how you live. But Magda, I do. Like you, I know what it's like to be isolated. To be dealt an unfair hand in life. To have no one get you. You wouldn't leave someone like you to suffer, would you? Magda, I've been here for a very long time. An eternity, even. But I don't think I have much time left. Staying conscious has been a struggle. The other humans who come here, they've hurt me a lot. I've put up with that for a long time. All by myself. In this dark, dirty place. But I can't go on forever, you know? So Magda, I know we've just met. I know you have every reason to be scared, to be skeptical, be angry at me. But I don't want to die alone. Even if you say nothing to me, I really would appreciate every visit you'd make. No one else could understand me like you do. But at the end of the day, what you choose is ultimately up to you. Sooner or later, you'll be free from my thoughts anyways. I'm sorry, Niels. That was mean of me. I don't know what you've been through. I guess giving you some company wouldn't hurt. I'm glad you understand. But even if I do visit in the future, I really can't handle more of those thoughts. Please stop making me think that way. Alright. It's a deal. I'll tone them down. And I promise I won't send them at all unless I need you. You swear? Niels pauses for a second. He seemed to be carefully considering their response. Yes, I promise. I don't know whether or not to believe them, but for the moment I choose to. Good. Thanks. I just hope you don't make me visit anytime soon. I hear footsteps gradually getting louder from the other side of the room. Crap, they're coming. I've got to go, Niels. Now, I'll see you whenever you need me. Goodbye, Magda. I look forward to seeing you again. Yeah. I wish to shut the doors behind me. Nothing could go wrong there, right? Nothing at all. I make my way up the many flights of stairs and dash out of the building. As I run through the forest and back onto the nature trails, my stomach twists with anxiety. I can't believe I let them have the upper hand there. I swore that I'd never visit them again. Now I have to see them whenever they call for me. I was hoping to end this once and for all. At least it won't last forever. I just need to be careful. Yeah. If I'm careful, then I won't get caught. All I need to do is give Neil some company until they can see me anymore. Then I'll get back to my normal life. Simple enough, right? Wrong. After some time, I finally returned to the art sec building. Lunch is long past and a handful of sec members are filing in from the dining hall, satisfied and ready to return to work. I, on the other hand, am starving. The food must wait. I'll have to hold on until dinner. I turn to my piece once again, prompting myself to start work. But no matter how many times I look at my newly made color notes or pick up and put down a pencil or paintbrush in anticipation, I can't get myself to make a single mark on paper. Concentration is increasingly out of the question. I've got too much on my mind as is. I look around the studio over the side of my easel. Maria still hasn't moved from her corner by the window. Her sadness is noticeable, even all the way from here. Has everyone else noticed how she's been feeling? Did someone reach out to her when I wasn't there? I wonder, does anyone else feel as sad about Jal as she does? Even if they don't say it, or can't say it. The urge to walk over to comfort her strikes again, and as soon as the feeling presents itself, I'm immediately reminded of this morning. Where I just came from today, what I just roped myself into some hour or two ago. The presence of Niels dominates my thoughts. I visited them not once, but twice. On the second, I came in hoping I'd stop the insanity they put me through over the past 2 days. I came out promising I'd see them again. Why the hell did I do that? I felt badly at the time, and it would be nice to talk openly with someone who seems to get me. But now that I think about it, I'm just screwing myself over again. If I had only gone to that outside building once, I could have easily made some silly excuse to anyone who found out I was there. Neto? Different cat now. Whoops, I accidentally found this weird building while scouting out some foraging sites for the kitchen. I looked around the place but couldn't find any bushes or berries in season. Gee, I sure am adult. Well, I wanted to find references to sketch for the painting I was doing for an old writing sack fable collection, and then I ended up in that place. Sorry. I saw a structure in the distance on one of my nature walks. My curiosity got the better of me this time, but I won't do it again, I promise. I'm okay with using my toothbrush to clean the dorm toilets for the next 2 weeks. Obviously, I would have been punished regardless of the excuse, but I went to the building twice, with just under a day's time between each visit. That alone would make a punishment more severe. Hello? Meow. 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 Mm. But if someone knew I went inside and explored it, there'd definitely be another apology assembly about me. I can't go through that again. Even if Niels is dying. Was tust du da? Meow. Mm. Meow. Nein. Thank you for the non-binary and the pet. Nein. Hey! Übermütig? Komm her. Komm her. Hey!
Come here. Oi. Yeah, he's climbing every single closet. Hey, kind of climb. Ooh. Ooh. He's climbing every single closet and bookshelf I have, which is fine. He can go pretty high up. It's fine. But what's not fine is when he starts trying to climb the stuff that will fall down. That can't hold him. Like, the books itself can't hold him. The bookshelf, yes. The books itself, no. And now he's sitting on that one shelf that one time I took a picture of and put on the stream for the remainder of the stream. That's where he's sitting right now, and that's higher than I am. So when I reach up with my hand, he starts swatting at my hand. I'm like, no, because that will hurt. I think he's bored. Or tired. Maybe both. I know I'm tired, but I would like to go for a little longer at least. Even if Niels is dying, even if they're alone and in pain in a dark, gloomy lab, I still don't want to see them. My mind's a mess. He wants to join the stream. I mean, he's succeeding at that, I think. Right? Maybe my hunger's getting to be more than I anticipated. Yeah, that's it. I'll just try and get some more work done, and then I'll eat a filling dinner. Maybe my thoughts will be clearer by then. In the end, I didn't get much done. A Tree of Paradise remained a sketch on a paper filled with neither life nor color. Afterwards, I left the sect building to go to the dining hall for dinner. There I took a small slice of shepherd's pie, cushioned against a dollop of mashed potatoes and some peas. All of it was filling but bland. As it was fruit cups and scones with jam. The roll cakes promised on the weekly menu had already run out. How disappointing. Once I had my subpar dinner, I went back home. I wasn't expecting today to be as long as it was, and the food didn't help one bit. My thoughts still haven't cleared up. My head hurts so much from all of the stress. I think I'll just rest a bit. Hello. Okay, and now he's leaving. That's not the button I wanted to press, but I should save some time. Actually, that's a good idea. No! Ich dachte, du gehst. Mama. Okay. I lay down on my bed, flat on my belly, and mashed my face into my pillow. Yeah, that's a little better. It's nice and cool. If I just focus on my breathing, maybe I can relax and collect myself. I'll just lie here and take a knock at the door clicks and creaks open. Any possibility of an early sleep goes out of the window. A talking to Grace might help too. Oh, Fustin! Ah! Das ist ganz schön nervig. No. See, the funniest part about owning cats is, as soon as you actually, like, they keep needing you, they're like, meow, 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 and as soon as you actually get up and try to follow them, they will run out of the room. They're like, haha, get you to get up, to stand up, goodbye. Grace makes her way into the room. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. I do not want to go back. I want to just continue, thank you. I pick my head up off my pillow and give her a little wave. With tired eyes, she looks at me. She doesn't wave back. Long day? Grace hums and nods. Yeah,
Me too. It's clear that all her energy's been sapped. The architecture sect's kept up again. I know you're probably not in the mood to chat. Grace doesn't seem very responsive. Wow, they must have been really harsh on her today. I guess I'll let her know that I see how hard she works on a daily. Maybe it'll cheer up having someone appreciate her efforts. So, Grace, I've noticed something about you recently. I'll just speak my mind, I guess. Okay. I don't know if I've told you this before, but your work ethic for your sect tasks is incredible. I'm impressed. I don't think I could ever do as much as you do. Yeah, but I don't have much free time though. I can't chat with friends. I can't read any of those novels collecting dust on my bookcase. Even my meals don't last longer than half an hour. Just one project after another with these new developments. I can't even imagine, but once you're done with all this, I think you should ask for a break from work. I really do. Like, whoever's running your SAC, whether it's your the head team, or even Lady Amaris, just figure out how you can get them to give you a break. You need it. You say that like it's easy. But you get the idea, right? That you need to take some time for yourself once the hard work is over with? Well, regardless of whether they give you it or not, I think you deserve something special. When you're done with the worst of your projects, I'll treat you. I'll get you some sweets from a tuck shop nearby the dining hall. Cherry gummies. Candy-coated chocolate drops. Those non-perils or whatever they're called again. Sour bells in every flavor and color. You name it, I'll get it for you. I know the shopkeepers don't like me very much, but if I'm paying for your snacks, they can't complain. They know how hard you work. So, does that sound good? Grace nods slowly, almost imperceptibly. I can't tell if she's really listening to me. That's nice, Magda. Yeah, she's listening. She's definitely listening. I'm convinced she is. So that's a plan. When Grace is all done with work, she'll let me know what she's craving and I'll go there and get her all those things. Yeah. Talking to her puts me at ease. Grace is such a good friend to me. She's gentle and kind. She's smart and helpful. And she really saved me last year when I thought I was gone for good. I'm glad she's in my life. So if I'm caught trying to visit Niels. Why didn't I realize this earlier? Grace could help me out again. All this time, I had a really good friend by my side. Someone who knows what I'm dealing with. At least to some extent. Someone I care about a lot. Someone who cares for me. If I'm careful, then I may get out of this situation alright. Yeah. I'll just play my cards right and everything will be fine. I'll give Niels the company they want, and then after all's said and done, I'll return to my normal life in the Haven. My future suddenly seems a little brighter. In a burst of newfound confidence, I jump up from the bed. Surprised, Grace steps back a bit. Hey, Grace, wanna go get cleaned up together? Beat the evening rush? Grace shakes her head. I think I'll do it a little later. You know, exhausting day and all. Right. Sorry about that. But hey, no sweat. I'll be back soon, okay? Okay. I take my pajamas and start to make my way out of the room. As my hand clasps the doorknob, I'm ready to turn, I feel a tug against the hem of my skirts. I turn around. Grace's hand is clasped to the fabric, stopping me in my tracks. Wait, Magda. Yeah? What's up? If I'm not in the room by the time you come back, please don't worry. I promised another friend that I'd meet her tonight. You know, outside of the dorms. I need to ask her for help with something. Please don't worry about waiting for me this evening. You can head straight to bed. I'll clean up and get to sleep later. Gotcha. In that case, have a good night, Grace. Yeah. You too. With that, I walk out of the room, making sure to close the door behind me before I go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right. I need to get going. She should be here any minute. Oh, wait. Do we change? Is this Grace now?
Yes! Oh, we change who we follow.
If I recall correctly, we were going to meet... Nice.
Oh, fuck, I forgot what voice I gave her.
I'm over here. Okay. I'll be there in a moment.
I gave her one of those popular...
It's been a while since we talked together, Grace. Same to you, Cerise. It sure has been a while.
How's your project?
You look super tired.
I swear if I get a close... Sorry, what? Close what? If I get a close what? Close enough look at you? I'll see Ibex big enough? Big enough to what? Okay, big enough to.
Cerise, please.
Sorry.
Old habit. But seriously, why are you spending so many hours in the architectural sect? I've never seen anyone here work like you do. You know you're allowed to take breaks, right?
Hell, even Eve takes time off.
And she's like the textbook definition of hardworking. I know. I've seen her work for the research sect. Her output is truly incredible. I wish I could be like her someday.
Look, Grace. I know why you're working so hard. You want to prove to Lady Amaris that you're worthy of being the next head of the architectural sect. You've got the drive and the diligence for that kind of responsibility, but if you want to prove that you can sustain the effort, you should pace yourself. Frankly, you need to. If you don't, well... you burn out like crazy. I've seen it happen to other writing sect members. It's seriously tragic. They can't write for weeks on end. So, bottom line, don't do that to yourself, okay?
Okay.
I get it. I'll try to stop work a little early in the future. If it helps though, I'm getting Eve to put in a word for you at the next sect head meet. Oh yeah. Sound good?
You're very kind, Cerise. I really appreciate it. If you end up doing that, please tell Eve I said thank you too. I don't want her to think I forgot about her either.
No problem. I'm always happy to help a friend. Are we friends? Are those two friends, really?
Can I talk about why I asked to meet you, though?
Sure, shoot.
How do I put this? It's, well, about...
Oh, I know that look on your face. It's about Magda, huh? Yeah, I knew it. What's going on with her?
Should I say this? Should I bring up the subject?
Have a good night, Rue. Thank you for coming by. I'm not gonna go for much longer, though.
I like Magda. Cerise hates her. Cerise has always borne a grudge against her, even before Magda's assembly happened. Cerise will almost certainly tell Eve everything I tell her now. If I speak, Magda will get into trouble again. I don't want her to be in trouble more than she has to be. Not after everything she's been through. Everything she's still going through. But at the same time, I saw Magda go outside. The curiosity of hers, it's hurt her once before. These dangerous stories she penned when she was still in the writing sect came from it. I'm scared it's going to hurt her again. She hasn't learned to rein it in like she was supposed to. She might even go insane. I defended Magda from my assembly because I believed that she could protect herself from these impulses. And because I believed in her goodness as my dear friend. Would I really still be a good friend if I don't stop Magda from going insane? So I'll just tell Cerise part of the story and see where things go.
Then that's your first mistake.
I guess that's my best option right now. Please don't get angry at Magda for what I'm about to tell you. For my sake.
You know how I feel about her, Grace. Fine. I'll hold back for you.
Thank you, Cerise. I appreciate it.
Oh.
I'm worried about Magda. This morning I went on a walk to assess the older nature trails that the architecture sect had built some time ago. Whilst I was checking the past signage near the assembly building, I caught a glimpse of her on a walk. Out of curiosity, I decided to follow her just to check on what she was doing. Following one of the trails, she went into the woods. Then, she went off trail. Cerise, she went outside. And the thing is, I don't think she went there accidentally. She didn't seem to be wandering or meandering. She looked like she knew what she was doing. And then, because of that, I'm scared that Magda will end up like the people outside the haven. You know, as she go insane.
So, why are you telling me this?
Because I can tell Magda that I saw her out there. If I told her, she'd never trust me again. I'd never be able to help her anymore. And I'd never be able to forgive myself. I had to tell someone else.
Yeah, and you ratted her out to the one girl who clearly doesn't like her at all and is definitely going to tell literally everyone else?
To get this off my chest. And as her friend, I want to guide her back on the right path before it's too late.
Sorry, Grace. I can't hold my tongue anymore. It's already too late for her. I had a hunch that bitch would cause trouble again.
Cerise.
Listen, Grace. You know pardoning Magda in an assembly was a huge risk, right? No one in the Haven had ever done that before. Lady Amaris and most of the sect heads took a chance on her talent, and on the good things you had to say about her. A small mercy on their part was what spared her from going away for good. Of course I was fully against it. Eve too. We both recognized Magda had a dangerous element in her, one that threatened the Haven with its mere presence. So I'm just completely unsurprised. Sooner or later she may make someone else go insane. I know she will.
No, Magda would never.
You know why the assemblies are zero tolerance? Why people like Jal can't come back even if we want them to? It's not just to set an example, it's to protect us. Once someone tastes a drop of insanity, they'll do everything in their power to get more. They always do. They get worse and worse, ever more ravenous, ever more depraved, no matter how many times we try to beat it out of them. And you know, most of the Haven's members could easily go insane. Whether they say it or not, they can't control their vices. Violence, lust, greed, you name it, they're probably holding some insane vice in secret. Magda's a walking flame for their kindling. If she goes insane, most of the Haven will go insane with her. Except us. People like me, you, Eve, and Lady Maris, we're exceptions to the rule. Oh yeah? What exactly makes you so special? We've got good track records. We're really pure of mind and heart. And that's why we need to keep an eye on her.
I understand.
I expected this from Cerise. I guess not telling her everything I saw was a good idea. I understand why she feels that way. I really do. I care about the Haven as much as she does. But, to be honest, I think some of her hatred of Magda stems from pure jealousy. Like when Magda was in a writing sect, Cerise was always one step behind her as a writer. She envied all the praise her work received and was always looking for ways to get an edge over her. So when she found Magda's private stories a year ago, it was perfect evidence for her needs. What she did with it was obvious. I don't want to go back to a stressful time. Grace, I don't... Cerise. Huh? Cerise's voice is starting to shake. Her eyes are watering, her lips are quivering, and her cheeks are turning bright red. It's okay, Cerise. It's okay. I'm terrified, Grace. I'm terrified of what may happen to the Haven. To me. To Eve. To you. I don't want Magda to do anything to you. I want what's best for you. You know that, right? So you understand why I feel this way about Magda, right? Because I don't want you to end up like Giles did. So many people have gone insane already. You're talented people. I don't want to lose you. I can't lose someone I care about. No. I know, Cerise. I hear you. Loud and clear. Oh. But I'll try my best to sort it out as soon as I can. On my own. I just need someone to listen to me. To help me get it off my mind. Fine. But if Magda gets up to any other business, give me a shout, okay? You don't have to do this alone. I'm always willing to help. I know, and I will if I need anything. So we're good, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Everything's okay. I'll see you around then. I actually have to head back to bed anyways. I've got a big writing project. No worries. I'm in the same boat as you. Turns out the trails I inspected do need to be recleared and reconstructed after all. Right. I nearly forgot I was talking your ear off about taking a break just a few minutes ago. Well, take care now. Night, Grace. Good night, Cerise. No, because really, this is probably the worst person she could have told aside from Eve. My stomach's twisted into a tight knot of anxiety. I feel sick to my core. Talking didn't make me feel better at all. In fact, now I think I feel a whole lot worse.
Good job. Good job. But actually, it's morning again, which means I can take this as a perfect chance to stop here at 2 hours. Because we started late, but I do sadly have to work tomorrow, so I cannot go big overtime. Yes, I would like to return to the main menu. Interesting. Because I'm imagining it's only gonna get worse from here. Now that Cerise has more suspicions of us doing stuff, you know. But interesting. I am definitely invested to see where this is gonna go. Also, thank you for the pat. This is fun. Thank you, and as you know, thank you for coming. We'll continue Bad Faith. I don't actually know. My weekend plans have gone kind of through the roof. I don't know, in a bad way, sadly. So I don't know exactly. I do hope to actually play the Snufkin game tomorrow, though. That should actually work out, unlike last week. So look forward to that. For now, though, we're gonna end here. I'm gonna send you guys over to Katu because I feel like it had. No. I can't fucking type. Thank you, Sammy. Hold on. Here we go. I can't type. And I'm gonna send you guys over to Katu and actually write the name properly this time. Good job. Me, myself, and I.
Thank you. Have a good night for now. See you guys very, very soon.
Tomorrow's Friday already, finally, so one more day. Just stay strong for one more day. But yeah, have a good night.
And bye-bye. Bye-bye.